Welcome to Suuthing Talks with Susan Lee. Today we're going to be doing quick chat feedback. And quick chat feedback are questions that I address that I get directly from my email or my DMs. And I ask that you guys comment what you think or for your input. And if you find that this is valuable content to you, I'd like you to go ahead and like it. I'd also appreciate if you would subscribe and turn on your notifications so that every time a new video drops, you guys will be the first to see it. So let's get ready for the question from Quick Chat Feedback. Hi, so today on Quick Chat Feedback, the question that I got is from a male. He is 33, I believe. And he asks, is it wrong or bad to always pacify or be complacent in a relationship? So I can go so many different places with this. First and foremost, I don't think that it's healthy to be complacent in any relationship. I don't think that it's healthy to be complacent, period. I think that as people, we are always growing and we should always be learning. So complacency is not something that we want to, have going on in any aspect of our lives. Now, at certain times, we may feel like, we're not moving or we're moving very slow, so it doesn't really feel like there's any growth. But in the back of your mind, it can never be, I am complacent, because that's you kind of existing and not living. So that's number one. So as an individual, that should not be happening. So if you feel like that at a job, or you feel like that, in a family relationship or whatever the case is, that's just not something that you want to continue. So, and that's as an individual. So now we're talking about in a relationship. In a relationship, it is not good to feel complacent or you're pacifying someone, because that means that more times than not, you're either walking around on eggshells or you don't know what to say. And that's not good. It's not honest for you or for the person that you're with. So to me, complacency or pacification is not something that should happen. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times where, situations or disagreements may come up and you may have to pacify the situation. There's nothing wrong with that, because you have to weigh out whether or not it is worth the fight. Sometimes it's worth the fight and other times it's not. However, to be like that or feel like that all the time, chronically in a relationship, that is not good. That means that it needs to be addressed. Communication may be at fault with both of you, because I can't say, okay, well, I'm a great communicator, so he's the person with the problem. No, if there's a problem with communication, that means that both of you are accountable, whether or not you're a good communicator or you communicate well, rather, and the other person doesn't. That does not really factor into this equation. What matters is that if there is good communication, that means both people are doing what it takes. So that it is, because communication has to do with a message being received and understood and taken in context. So you have to know how to listen, you have to know how to understand, and you have to know, how to speak. You can't use phrases that have connotated, negative connotations. You have to use language that is, easily understood and can't be, a lot of times people use implicative language. That means you imply things, and that leads to a lot of miscommunication. So my advice when it comes to communicating is that you should definitely keep it simple. Be clear, be concise, and that way your message can be received the way in which you want it. Now, I think that is a very big factor in feeling like you are complacent or pacifying your significant other. It's usually around communication. So I say all of this to say that, is it something that you should stay in? Absolutely. Or is it should you continue to be like that in a relationship? My answer to that is no. You have to figure out why that is happening. I believe that 95% of the time that happens because of poor communication. So one person has to feel like they don't have a voice, and they have to kind of put up with or pacify just to keep the peace. That's not something that you want to do chronically. That's not truth in a relationship. That's not honesty in a relationship. And that's not happiness in a relationship. So right now, what I'd like you guys to do is to comment what you think. Do you think that, somebody should, stay in a relationship if they feel like they are not, there's no growth, or if they're they're pacifying their significant other? Let me know if that's happened to you, or if it has happened to you and you've gotten over it. I'd love your feedback. So I would like you to go ahead and put that in the comments. If you find that, this information is valuable to you, go ahead and like it. Again, like I said, we will be doing more of these questions. So I hope that you enjoyed this. And of course, if you need any clarification or you want me to expand on it, absolutely, you can go ahead and email me, or you can DM me, and we will do a further or a delver, we'll delve deeper into the quick chat feedback. But for now, I'd like you guys to all stay safe and stay great in your relationships. And truthfully, look out for more content, because I want to answer more questions, and I actually will. So see you soon.